And welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. In the last flight, the flight of Polar 2, we actually earned enough science. We got a bunch of stuff unlocked on the last tree. We've got the science bay, we've got the other comms antenna, we've got batteries. That's the more important of the two, the batteries and the science. And then let's see, up here we've got a first aircraft capsule. We have a robotic probe. We have inline reaction wheels and the AVR-8 winglet. This one is actually steerable and useful by the SAS system and the inline reaction wheels and so on. And of course we got the launch stability enhancers, the other radial decouplers, the tricoupler, and strut connectors and so on. So we're doing pretty good with the science, and I think it's time to try a little bit more of an ambitious mission. So let's adjourn to the vehicle assembly building. Okay, here we are, and let's load up, let's see, Polar 2. We'll just start and use that as a base. Here we are. Alright. With recent scientific advances, there are certain things we don't have to do anymore. Like, for example, this kludgy thing with the extra capsules. That will be helpful. As a matter of fact, I think we can go ahead and get rid of these as well. And these. Alright, now let's see about making some changes here. Let's see, first up, okay, we got a science bay. We need to get that in on this thing, so let's just move this down and take the science bay and attach it here, and then put in another decoupler below it. That way the capsule and the science bay qualify as a single unit, and it shouldn't be too much for the parachute. And I have another thought too. If we take these goo containers, rotate them like that, making sure symmetry is on, we can go like so, copy the goo containers and do that again, up just a little higher. And now we can carry 4 goo containers on the capsule without blocking the doorway. Excellent. Alright, now, utility, radial parachutes. Oh yeah. A little bit of insurance that we've got enough parachute capability to set this thing down intact. Alright, now let's bring this up and, okay, pull the decoupler off of there, just set this up like so. Alright, good. Looking better already. Now on this part of the ship, see, once this thing is decoupled from here, it's not going to need much in the way of batteries. So I'm going to put the batteries down here, and I'm going to put 8 of them on there. Overkill? Yeah, that's true, but I'd rather have more than enough than wish that I had more. Alright, now this mess. Let's see. We still don't have fuel lines, but there is something we can do here. Alright. Let's just take these guys, step it up to 4-way symmetry. Bolt them on there like that. But this time they get engines as well. Alright, that is the 45, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is. So we'll just put more 45s up there. Where did that land in the staging? Yeah, okay. Alright, now let's see. This engine... Actually, I want this one to fire after the radial decouplers go. That is an ascent engine, a liftoff engine. These side ones will be descent engines. Landing struts. Okay, let's hope they're going to be long enough. I'm not so sure that they are. That's about as low as I can put them. I'm going to see if I can move these radial decouplers down any. Alright. Landing legs, and if need be, it can land on the engine bells. And yeah, I'm kind of hoping we can get this to land somewhere. Alright, aerodynamic. Nose cones, because they do seem to be, according to the patch notes, they do make a difference now. Now, how do we get this up there? Yeah, it looks like we'll get away with that. I wonder if we'll get away with this. No. That's a problem. No. I'm not actually going to do that. All right. That goes on there. Maybe we shorten it up just a little bit. I have an idea here. I wonder if this will work. Okay. I thought I pulled off a stack of fuel tanks and saved it, but I guess not. All right. A decoupler attached to a decoupler. How does that clear? Not quite enough. Alright, let's get these staged somewhere reasonably approximate. You know, there's a highlighter mod that makes these things show up better when you're looking at them in staging. I think I might see if I can get that to work in this thing. Make it so much easier to make sure you know what you're highlighting. Alright. These all go in their own, in the same stage. Okay. Yeah, that's got plenty of clearance. Alright, back to aerodynamic. Grab nose cone again. Pop that on there. Wait a minute. Go to control, reaction wheels. And then get a nose cone on there on top of the reaction wheels. And that also makes me think of this idea. Reaction wheel just under the decoupler. So maybe all those batteries are a good idea, huh? Alright. Fuel tanks. Oh, we got the big solid boosters too. I have to remember that. Bolt this on here. Move those out of the way. I think I can lose these small boosters. I'm probably not going to use them. Let's Alt copy this. Again. Oh yeah. I do believe this ought to work. If I get rid of that. Yeah. It's going to need a bunch of strut work and a little bit of fine tuning, but I think this is the basic design I want to use. So I'm going to make a cut right here, and I'll come back after I'm done with the struts and fine tuning. Alright, I have completed the strutification and fine tuning of this thing, and it looks to me like it just should do the job. I don't know if it'll actually get to land, but it will certainly circumnavigate either the moon or Midness. And I know that because I went ahead and I added the Flight Engineer mod. And by the way, the tech tree put it in at the very first tech tree level. So I have a Flight Engineer model unit on there. Decided to use this data recorder thing, it looks like. And our atmospheric stats, if it will update, there it is. The first two stages should prove sufficient to just about get us into orbit, with a little bit from the third stage. And then after that, there is easily enough DV left here to get to the moon and orbit. In the event there is a possibility of a landing, I have put this little thing, this beam on here, two of them for symmetry's sake, although this other one isn't needed, it's just for balance. The idea being our astronaut will use the jetpack to get from the surface up to here to land, and then from here it's just a quick jump up to the capsule ladder. I think that might be a little easier than trying to fly onto it. I also took the large radial decouplers off and put these low profile radial decouplers on. And I think we pretty much got a good thing going here. I've got reaction wheels down here for torque authority. I have the AVR8 winglets down here for more pitch authority control and whatnot during the earlier part of the flight. I think that the FLIX, as I have decided to name it, will do an admirable job. I do believe it will do the trick. So let's select our crew. Oh, all we've got is Bill, Jeb, and Bob. I think next time I'm going to have to hire a few other Kerbals. I don't want these guys to get all the press, so I think this time we'll send Bob. And now we'll adjourn to the launch pad, and Bob will go on his trip. Alright, here we are. We've got our Kerbal engineer here. Let's see, vessel information. Yeah, we've got boatloads of Delta V. Of course, a good chunk of this is going to be burned up getting out of the atmosphere, but that's fine. We don't need our vessel information just at the moment. Actually, let's have that open. I like the fact that it has an estimated amount of burn time remaining. It helps me judge when to stage instead of just going by the little graphic there or trying to see the burn of all the engines when I would have to zoom way out to do that. In any event, I think Bob is ready, ground crew is ready, launch crew is ready, all systems are go, so we are going to throttle up and send this thing to the moon. A slow Apollo style takeoff, sort of reminiscent of the Saturn V, but it's picking up speed quickly enough. We're holding straight and vertical. We're not rolling or pitching or anything like that that we don't want to be doing. Picking up speed and climbing. I was going to put SRBs on this thing, but I couldn't figure a way to do it that would actually have the thrust balanced properly without having the engine exhaust cook the fins down there. Alright, doing good, looking good, flying straight and true. Almost 2 kilometers in altitude and accelerating. Now up to a speed where the winglets should be able to be providing a reasonable amount of torque in this level of atmosphere. Well, torque, pitch authority, whatever you call it, aerodynamic steering effect. Approaching 4 kilometers in altitude, 90 meters per second and accelerating. Looking good. Holding straight. My hope with this one is that we get to unlock something really useful after this mission. Something like, oh, I don't know, fuel lines, solar panels, things like that. Larger fuel tanks would be nice. Now passing 7.5 kilometers in altitude, 150 meters per second, and accelerating. Coming up on staging in 37 seconds. Beginning gravity turn. Nice and easy. Staging in 15 seconds. So far looking good. 15 kilometers altitude, 327 meters per second, and accelerating. Staging in 4 seconds. We have clean separation. The new Separaton technology is working great. It did induce a considerable amount of roll, however. Correcting for that. Trying to. And now trying to pitch over. Not getting a whole lot of response. It is sluggish, but it is pitching. Approaching 45 kilometers altitude, 550 meters per second orbital velocity now. Still very sluggish on the response. I'm thinking this stage in here up by the tricoupler may need some more reaction wheels. Or I may need to figure out a way to put winglets on there. It's a little bit close quarters before staging, so I'm not sure if I can. .66 kilometers altitude, or apoapsis, that is. I've been reading the apoapsis. Sorry about that. 60 kilometers altitude. Apoapsis up to 75. Cutting engine. Pitching over to pretty much prograde, or a little bit beyond it. We have the You're in Space music. Approaching apoapsis. And let's try burning to circularize. We don't really have time to work up a maneuver, so we'll just fly it by eyeball. Fly the numbers. Pitching to the horizon now. Much better control now that that stage is gone, so definitely it needs some more control authority in some fashion or another. Burning for orbit. Okay, periapsis coming up, inclination coming down, that's good. Very nearly there. Just about done with this stage, too. Let's have a look out here real quick. Oh yeah, we definitely need to continue doing something, and we need to be pitching up. It's going to make our orbit somewhat high, but all things considered, that's not bad. Alright. Periapsis is 52 kilometers. Apoapsis is out at 367. That's alright. In fact, depending on how this goes, we may not need to even circularize. Alright, let's put a maneuver here at the descending node. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud, I was clicking the wrong thing. Alright, that's too much in the wrong direction. Looks like 0.1 is going to be the best we can get, but that's alright. Oh, blasted camera angle. Okay. Let's get lined up here. We've got plenty of fuel. A 1-second burn in about almost 9 minutes. It's a good thing because I turned the wrong direction. I have to go the long way around.